Travis Scott has dropped Utopia.
Very like black skin head, like vibe.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
getting
like that, bro.
comparisons to Yeezus a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But I've got mates that rate it, bro, and like, oh, bro, Travis' new album, bro.
Production level's
Meat
crazy.
riders.
The production on it is unreal. Someone from the CIA had to admit that they recovered a UFO that did have alien species in it.
Yeah, and they even said like, did someone specify that was not of human form or whatever?
Yeah.
Majority of the alien spottings and stuff has only been come out of America and like the UK. So I think it's like
why aren't there
90
any aliens in South Auckland?
Yeah, well, they don't like us brothers out here.
There are some aliens in South Auckland. G.
There's some aliens out in the CBD, bro.
Later on, obviously not knowing until that video that Drake had bought all of Pharrell's pieces, right? And then it looked like in Jumbotron, he was wearing it, and it was more so. It did seem like when I first watched it, it seemed like paying homage to Pharrell.
Yeah.
And then he's going on now on this.
So what did he say again?
On this, so he's going on to say now on this feature verse on Meltdown, he said, I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. Give a F about all of that heritage shit. And then he goes on to say, since V not around, the members done hung up the Louis, they not even wearing that shit. So he's alluding to since Virgil
it's
passed
gone.
and is
Yeah,
not
no
on
one's
Louis
even wearing Louis
Vuitton.
anymore.
And the only person that's the head of Louis Vuitton is Pharrell Williams. What's good, guys? Welcome back to the Well-Versed Podcast presented by Ever Defining, recorded at 6 Degree Studios. I'm Kay Leza.
I'm Bodie.
Scottish Bills, 90.
It's so weird. I actually waited to hear the DEAD.
Yeah, the long ass intro.
It's us. It's us three today. No Gene, and no Deadskin Levi. It could be.
I can still hear him now.
Sad. They couldn't be here tonight.
This one's for you.
Yeah, I know it's been a couple of weeks since our last release, so we're back. I know sometimes that happens. It's called life, guys. But how's everyone feeling? Welcome back, Bills. How long has it been for you?
Bro, I didn't even know, G.
It's been a while.
A month, 2 months, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a while I think it's been 2 weeks since our last episode. Yeah.
Bro, I've had like another kid and everything.
Nah.
I think I said that the last episode. Shucks.
Yeah, bro, how you?
Yeah,
obviously,
good, man.
last time we talked, it was before Splendor, so you're going to fill the people in on the experience.
Splendor was good, man. We had our Sundays Lemonade takeover for the Smirnoff tent. So we played from 2 p.m., 3 p.m. till 2 a.m. And it was good. It was exciting. Best part was just seeing the boys enjoy themselves and just being able to give them the opportunity to express themselves on stage as well as not only DJs but artists as well, because they got to play like a lot of their own original edits and original remixes and stuff. So that was cool, man. And I did the Red Bull on Thursdays, sent it. It's fun. It was good, but the crowd all in all was a bit average, man.
True.
No hate, but it's just man. It was just a bit strange because they were all. I don't know.
A whole lot of hate, bro. If you're gonna pay for a ticket, G,
enjoy yourself. It was weird, man. Because I don't know. I just feel like it's that era coming through now who are starting to go to festivals and stuff that didn't get to experience the stuff that we were doing as kids. You know, like when you're 16, 17, going out to parties and going out. What I was doing, going out to rugby fields and getting drunk, that kind of shit. But they were all locked indoors during that time, so they didn't really have the party etiquette. Yeah. So a lot of them kind of
people are a lot more socially awkward these days, eh?
Yeah.
True.
Reckon?
Yeah, no. I obviously it'd be to do with the them being so the quarantine and then obviously social media and stuff. It's just a bit.
They'll go crazy for 10 seconds and then they'll just stop. And then kind of chat to each other.
It has to be attention span a little bit as well.
And it's fuck, this is so hard to play.
Yeah. Actually, you did Jay Queese as well just the other night.
Yeah, I did Jay Queese on Sunday.
Yeah.
That was fun, man.
King of R&B.
Yeah, it was cool. He's a lot shorter than I expected.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like at least 6 foot. Man was.
Well,
he's
like
still
Lil Wayne?
Yeah. like Lil Wayne a little bit, yeah. But yeah, he was awesome, man. It was just a bit sad that like backstage got a bit filled with, groupies and that. And it just, kind of killed the vibe. But
True.
yeah. Because they didn't even look interested to be there. They were kind of like taking photos, videos, being backstage and stuff, and then kind of were just talking to each other and not like vibing out.
Where was it again?
Princess Theatre.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was cool. I only got to play a short set because they were running over time.
True.
Like the previous acts, which is fine. I was super nervous because I was like, "Fuck, what if they don't like vibe the R&B I'm about to play?" And
Yeah.
I started with Wet Dreams actually. Fuck, it went crazy.
True.
It's like,
Bro, that's like the number one song, bro.
Yeah, it's like
people always refer to that when you.
Really?
Yeah, I know. That's what I think too. I'm like,
For R&B.
no, like I just mean in general. Like when they
okay.
hear when people hear Wet Dreams, they're like,
yeah, bro. It's
they're
like
nuts for it, bro.
fuck. What is it called? It's like
Hey, all the puns in what you're saying is a bit crazy.
it's like, bro.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like when white people go crazy to Mr. Brightside. That's like it for hip hop and R&B people, bro. As soon as they hear that,
Is that true?
yeah, they're like ah.
Who did you look at? Savage guy.
No.
Well, we were lucky enough to have Jay Queese in here last night too.
Yeah.
He recorded in the main studio
When?
last night.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah, Jay Queese recorded here.
Oh,
at the
shuffle the
Six last
message,
night.
boys. No, this wasn't.
How was it, bro? How was the session?
I wasn't there.
Oh,
We just like Matt messaged me at like, bro, it was like 10:40 or something. Which I made sense, like, cause he had messaged me. I was talking to him earlier in the day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Jay Queese might like." It was said that Jay Queese might come in today, but it's like 2:00, and I don't think he is. Yeah. And I was like, "Bro, he's probably gonna come in late as like he's probably in a whole different type of time right now." So yeah, 10:45, bro. So shout out to Shaba. Shaba came out and engineered the session, and yeah, I don't know what the song will be that will come out of it, but we'll find out. Yeah. But no, it was cool.
Exciting.
Jake, the king of R&B, was in the building, bro.
I'm
The king of R&B and the king of rap in the building, bro.
Not even being sad. I can't even name one of his songs, bro.
Remember when he did that LMA joint?
Yeah, that's the only one I can remember. What was it? Boot Up, eh?
Yeah, boot
The
up.
Boot Up?
Man, I felt bad because he came through to the club after.
Oh, Trippin', isn't it?
Yeah, Trippin'.
Oh,
yeah.
Trippin', yeah.
He came to the club afterwards, and then some of his team were like, "Can you play some Jacquees?" And I was like,
You didn't have
"Fuck!"
anything.
I honestly thought he wasn't gonna pull up, so I didn't get any.
True.
And then I had to borrow one of the boys' USBs. And I ended up playing 2 of his tracks, and then he left after that.
Crazy.
So I don't know if he left because I played 2 of his
Only
shit
2.
songs, or like,
True.
or 2 songs and he had enough. Yeah,
He's got some songs though, for sure.
bro, he's got a voice, man. He's got,
Oh yeah,
And he's
yeah,
popular
yeah.
as hell, bro.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he's got
I mean, how many people would you reckon were there?
I couldn't tell you, bro. I
Yeah.
don't know. Was it like the Princess Theatre is a decent sized room, but I can't tell. Like it's big, but I can't gauge how many people were there.
Do you think he did pretty well ticket wise in Brisbane?
Yeah, he sold out his show.
True.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's fine. If he can do that,
Yeah, that's fire.
Bro, and it was just women.
True.
And then there was like one man randomly in like the crowd every like 10 meters or something.
Yeah,
So
and one of my little bros said he was going. I was like,
yeah. You'd
Yeah.
play, and then all you'd hear is like the girl scream, and you'd be like, "Bring out Jacquees!" Like, fuck.
A couple of years ago,
Relax,
yeah, he was
man.
like when he was doing all those remixes, like he was really like,
yeah, he was popping.
yeah, he was really popping.
Yeah, he's got some crazy plays, man. Like 250 mil on some of his tracks.
Well,
And
yeah,
I'm
because
like,
he was
what the
with
fuck?
he was with Cash Money in that.
Yeah. He was
yeah.
like, yeah.
What
So I
was
remember when him and like Lil Twist used to do stuff like that.
True.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was like
been
rolling
around
with
for a
Young Money.
while,
Like he
yeah.
wasn't Young Money, but he was like
there,
with
yeah.
them all the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Crazy.
nah.
I used to think like, bro, who's this little Wayne?
This
lookalike?
little
Wayne.
little Wayne. Oh man, nah, but yeah, it's crazy. That was last night, and then yeah, I don't know. It was
And then what?
I don't know. It's just
Fab in January.
Hopefully, yeah. Fabulous
50?
got announced for Juice. Yeah, hopefully 50. Who knows?
Yeah, is that?
You never
bro,
know.
that'd be hard.
Imagine if we can get some people in here like that, and then, oh, man, we
Bro,
haven't. We just haven't been able to get
pretend. I would honestly pretend I'm a cleaner, bro. If those things rocked off.
Bro, I honestly, I hope I can somehow like work with Fabulous on something while he's here. Like if it's like in the bag or if he comes into the studio for anything like that'd just be dope. Cause I just think, bro, like I mean he to me he's like so underrated.
Bro, he is Fabulous. Yeah,
like yeah,
Fabulous is hard.
And I think that'd be crazy.
Fuck, did Jeremiah get announced that he's here as well?
Is he on Juicy as well?
I don't know if he's on Juicy, but he's
Who?
here.
Jeremiah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that when they've been hinting at a couple more surprises for Juicy Fest, so well we'll see.
Fabulous is a dope one, bro. That's gangster.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if the youngins are gonna appreciate that though.
No, but the youngins, what they are appreciating, was just recently dropped. Well, actually, I think I've seen a bit of both sides, but I think that's common these days with any release. But Travis Scott has dropped Utopia.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, man?
Which you haven't?
I haven't even listened to it.
You haven't. I looked over. I was like, this guy hasn't listened to. Have you listened to one thing? Have you seen anything about it?
I seen like his merch.
His merch is dope.
That's it. Yeah, his merch is dope.
The briefcase.
Yeah, the briefcase.
Right, I feel like the last couple of episodes we've said, we'd like to see what Bill's think, and I forget what the stuff has been about. I think one of them was, you know how like we were talking about in the lead, how he had the Utopia briefcase going around
handcuffed.
before. Yeah, like, so I was like with Bad Bunny and like people were alluding to what the collabs could be.
Oh, right.
But that was a sick roller. And apparently I think you can buy like, not that, obviously some sort of briefcase that is a replica to it, which is sick. But did you listen to it front to back?
Oh, not front to back. I got like majority of the way through. And then I just, well, because I was listening to it in the car.
Yeah.
And like, that's normally where I listen to like stuff that's outside of what my comfortable, like, you know, when you just go for a drive and you just chuck on your playlist.
Mind,
yeah.
It's one of those you don't mind what you
listen
listen to.
And then I was listening to it and my misso jumped in the car because I picked her up from uni and then, couldn't listen to any more.
True.
Yeah, because we listened to quite mellow stuff, man. And like the production on there was a bit like.
Oh, is that hard out?
Yeah.
I'll probably listen to it on the way home, to be honest.
Yeah, very like black skin head, like vibe.
Yeah, it's getting comparisons to Yeezus a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, bro.
But I've got mates that rate it, bro, and like, oh, bro, Travis's new album, bro.
Production level's crazy.
Riders.
The production on it is unreal.
It is crazy,
but
it'd be crazy live too.
Yeah,
I can imagine it being amazing.
That's what Gene said too. But I don't know. I didn't come away from it with. I don't think we can really probably talk about it right now. And I know obviously Gene and Levi probably like have like they're probably the most they probably rinse the project the most.
Bro, Levi will probably talk about like the person who made the kick drum sample
that's what he said.
Track number 9. And who their brother is and why their brother's so important to hip hop.
I'm gonna have to come back in like 3 months and see whether the club's vibing it or not. So.
I think we'll talk about it on like the next episode and see what. I think I need more time with it too. I don't think it's straight out good, and that's usually like if I don't think something's like straight out good,
then it's bad. It's a sleeper.
I'm not really. I use the type where it's like like there's something that can like be really good to you, but you didn't realize it.
What's an album that you listen to and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing?
What?
Recently?
In general?
Like in the last 5 years. Besides Kendrick's album.
Scorpion.
Oh yeah.
Kendrick's album. Astro World.
Oh, okay.
Because we're talking back to 2018. What else do you have any? We'll just list out some.
Just trying to think. Bro.
Donda, for me.
Oh yeah, I was the same with Donda.
So Donda, Scorpion. True.
Now there was one song that made me sad on Donda, but that doesn't matter.
Which song?
The one where he talks about his wife.
What song?
His wife or his mom?
Wrap your arms around me.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, this song is sad.
Yeah, nah.
I was just
I
like,
literally,
bro.
I literally heard that on the way here.
Bro, I could just imagine him sitting inside that arena, bro, in
Yeah.
that small ass room, recording that song by himself, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's a good project. I don't care what anyone says. That's a good project.
I'm a hater.
Nah, you're
I
not a
don't like
hater.
that
You're
shit.
not a hater. It's more so no one can tell me that it's not good to
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean? That's
bro,
the thing
but
with
there's
all
so
that.
many people that don't like it, bro.
Yeah,
There's heaps
yeah.
of people that
No,
don't
look,
like
it's
it.
good.
Yeah.
It's got no replay value.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that's the thing. I think that's my thing with Travis Scott. It's not bad. Like, it can't be
Yeah.
bad because the production's so good.
It's crazy.
It's just, it can not be for you. You know,
Yeah.
like there's heaps of high-end fashion that's designed really well. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't wear that Gucci jacket.
I
even
would.
though
It's just not for my bank account.
Even though it's
for my size.
even though it's like
motherfuckers.
I mean, it's well done, it's well designed, it's well produced, but it's just not for me. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like the same thing. Like, I think that's the thing. You know, with Drake, with Travis, with all these like Cole, Kendrick, Jay-Z, you know, it's all gonna be well produced. But are you gonna like it or not is a different question.
Yeah, true.
So the quality's there. It's just, does it relate to you? Do you like the sounds? Like, it's weird because it's like, even though it's so well produced, at the end of the day, it's still based on your taste.
It's just fucking noise, man. Like, everything is just noise, and whether you like it or not is up to you. So.
Yeah. I think, it'll be like, there's definitely some songs that I like. There's definitely no songs that I can be like, I can say right now off the top of my head, like title wise, where I'm like, nah, that song, you know, like, cause you want those moments in an album when you first, you want to be like, nah, that song's that's, and I'm not having that off first listen.
I think that's what I was trying to gauge. Like, you know, you just listen to an album, you know straight away. Like,
yeah.
Like when you listen to, like, if you're reading this, it's too late, bro. And as soon as you hear like the genuine stuff, bro, you're like, oh nah, gee, this is overs. Like, you just know straight away, bro.
Yeah, there was no like club tracks out of there either. Like, none that I'd be like, ooh, that's not like that'll work in the club, or nah, that won't work.
It's very split, but I don't know if that's just the world that we live in now. You know, because I see the reaction and I see very like high praises and very like just trashing it. And I just don't know if that's like a representation of the album, or is it just the representation of people having access to their phones and just doing it now? Because I feel like that's almost everything now. Like, everything has a really great positive response, and everything has a real negative.
Yeah, like
response.
there's no just like, oh, it was okay.
Yeah, there's no decisive thing anymore. Like, I think that was the same for every one of these projects. I think every one of these big projects in the last 5 years has all been like that with like social media. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think obviously a lot of people, there's a lot more high expectations. That was 5 years, 2018 to 2023. So, it's a long time for his core fans to wait.
Yeah, I think the only track that caught my attention was the Drake feature one. What was it called?
Meltdown.
Yeah, Meltdown. And other than that, it wasn't really.
Yeah. Well, let's get into that. I
What about like Young Thug and Gunna's albums?
I didn't listen to Gunna's album, and I only listened to a bit of Young Thug's album.
True.
What did you
Same
think of them?
actually. Nah,
I like that song that is like viral as with the
Fuck you
Gunna.
and me.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's the sick. It's like when it's around it, like that's an undeniable one where it's like, okay, it's catchy enough that it's just making its rounds. I don't know, genuinely, I don't know what song off Travis's project that could do
It's
something
gonna
like
pop,
that right
yeah.
now. Because like even with Thugs, like Thugs doesn't have a moment like that song.
Yeah, I can't think.
it's
of
so strange, eh? Like the way things are now, like.
Yeah, like things have to really.
I think we just.
It's just more. There's just more noise to cut through. Cause that Gunna song is like, it doesn't matter whatever you want to call him, a rap with blah 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 blah. What no one cares about. No one's listening.
Yeah.
That song is
When it
like
comes on.
everyone knows the song.
Yeah.
It's like getting played everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can't say that it's not cutting through. Like everyone's heard it.
It's surprising because I play it in the club and it gets way more reaction than I thought it would.
True.
Because it's Gunna. Like,
True.
and in clubs you got to play almost like pretty generic stuff.
Yeah.
And like the venues that we play at, we kind of push the boundaries.
Yeah.
But it's still like, you know, you got to play what the crowd likes. But we play that shit, and people, like, as soon as it comes on, they hear the fuck you me, and you know the samples in it and shit. They just go crazy.
True.
It's just fucking
Yeah,
super
like,
impressive, but weird.
Yeah, it's music is how things cut through is very strange because like, yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna have to do like a overrated, underrated.
It's almost like
just bring albums from the last 5 years and just go overrated, underrated, overrated, underrated.
I definitely think like what I've always like tripped out about is like how like there's a okay now we're going off topic again, but like how like because there's so many content creators and they just. What I found is real strange is like obviously there's that thing within all the social media platforms where it says this is a trending sound.
Yeah.
So it's like it just like pours like oil on the flame almost. Like so people are using that Gunna song for like their cooking barbecue and they just add it on and then it just keeps the song trending more and more and more. And then it's like so then is the song trending purely because of that, or is it purely because of this is the trending sound to get more views on your?
That's a good way to look at it.
Like Instagram Reel or your TikTok, because it's a trending sound, so there's like more viewership to watch what's on the trending sound.
Yeah.
It's like the same with the so like before it used to be like people would do the TikTok dance to the TikTok song because that's the trending sound, but now it's like these major labels are having this trending sound, and then people that aren't even doing anything associated with the song.
No, they'll just use
the song because it's the trending song.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's just pouring more like oil on the flame sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's interesting. But speaking of Meltdown featuring Drake, I don't know if you've seen anything about this, but Drake has decided that he has a couple of bars for a couple of people. One named Pusha-T and one named Pharrell Williams.
Oh, I did hear about that. I haven't seen the bars or nothing, but
so I'll read it out. I'll read out the bars that he had.
Read it out like an announcer from like
so
the Middle Ages.
Yeah, so
hear ye.
Yeah. So Drake. So Drake has said in his verse on Meltdown on Travis Scott's Utopia.
Oh, is that the verse?
I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. Give a F about all of that heritage shit. And then he goes on to say, since V not around, the members done hung up the Louis. They not even wearing that shit. And that
was that a stab at?
That is very, very ouch.
Yeah, so Drake's
what's his beef with Pharrell?
It's hard to say.
Never aging.
It's hard to say,
70
but
looking 20.
But he's digging up he's got like so in the Jumbotron music video, which I'll show you too. It was him and he's in the video and he's wearing the Pharrell's jewelry, and I remember because
he bought them, didn't he though?
Yeah, so it was on auction,
that.
and I was actually trying to like say to at the time I was trying to convince someone to like buy like Pharrell's,
some of it,
jewelry pieces because I just thought it was so iconic. It'd be a smart thing for us to do, and then it ended up later on, obviously not knowing until that video that Drake had bought all of Pharrell's pieces, right? And then it looked like in Jumbotron he was wearing it, and it was more so. It did seem like when I first watched it, it seemed like paying homage to Pharrell.
Yeah.
And then he's going on now on this.
So what did he say again?
On this, so he's going on to say now on this feature verse on Meltdown, he said, I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. Give a F about all of that heritage shit. And then he goes on to say, since V not around, the members done hung up the Louis. They not even wearing that shit. So he's alluding to since Virgil
it's
passed
gone.
and is
No
not on
one's even wearing Louis anymore.
And the only person that's the head of Louis Vuitton is Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, of course. And that's two references, the chains and the Louis stuff.
And it seemed like, obviously it's a direct diss at Push for sure, because he said, I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, obviously, it's not directly like Pharrell sold Drake. It was an auction. So, I mean, in some regards a middleman. So it's not like Pharrell. But he's saying that he bought it from Pharrell. So it's like, it's clearly disses to both Pharrell and Pusha-T. But I don't know if I just find it weird for someone to diss Pharrell.
Yeah.
Like I feel like,
has Drake done any songs with Pharrell?
Yeah, he did that one. Do you remember that Lemon one? And then he did the remix. The most recent one is when he did that Lemon one with like Rihanna.
The Rihanna
and
song.
Drake did the remix.
Okay.
And then obviously he was on that Brent Faiyaz song, and that was Neptune's production. So I don't know if it was potentially Pharrell reaching out to. I don't know how Pharrell can get in the bad graces of anyone. He just doesn't seem like it's just real. Like, I feel like I come off as like a Drake hater on this podcast sometimes, and I'm not. Like, I'm one of Drake's biggest fans. I know everyone says that. I know people don't think I am. I just think, like, obviously in more recent times.
Do you think he's a bit like Michael Jordan, G?
What do you mean?
Like, people look at Michael Jordan like, oh my gosh, that's Michael Jordan.
I think now.
And then like they're like, bro, actually he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
I think
one of the hardest people to work
now,
with.
I think now maybe.
Yeah, not back then. He never.
Nah,
I don't
not
think
back
he
then.
used
But
to,
I think now. But that's not even my thing. I just feel like I don't know. Like, it just doesn't seem like. Dude, like, could you think of a way why Pharrell should be dissed or mentioned with like? There's nothing publicly been done by Pharrell.
I don't know. Maybe you like bought some of his fucking rights or something to his music.
I doubt that. Not Drake.
Fucking.
Drake's like made the most money of music ever within that culture.
Spotify fucking meat ride the shit out of him. Every time I log into Spotify or open the app, it's
Drake's
just something to do with Drake, man.
True.
No other artist promotion, just Drake.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck.
It just I get like, well, I don't even know why he wants to start dissing Pusha-T again. But the only thing that it makes me excited for is I hope this is all like the ammunition. I think Drake needs.
Yeah, he's a chip on the shoulder guy.
He needs the chip on the shoulder for the album. And if this is to complete the album, and if it's going to make the album great, yeah, then it is for
Drake
all the dogs.
needs another great album, bro.
Why?
Because...
why does he need to? I don't think he needs to.
I do. His last couple albums been mid.
I know that, but I think if he...
I think they were good.
I think if he
well, they're good, but I mean, they're mid for Drake, like...
Yeah, true.
I mean, I think he's someone where it's like you could say he's had a Hall of Fame career already.
Yeah.
Wow, is that not true? You don't think so?
So what? He's LeBron? Come and think about it. Drake's had 4 Hall of Fame careers.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I just find it's a weird. I don't know. I don't know why he's bringing up Pusha T again. What do you think? What do you think will all transpire out of this? Because I don't know.
We got another son.
We know
we got another child, bro.
We know Pusha T is not. He's not playing
Drake's
around.
having another kid and Pusha T knows this. So Drake was like, "Nah, bro, I'm gonna get the fresh shot in before you attack
me, bro." Pusha T is too petty. He is too petty. There's something there will be something said.
But they're both too petty, bro. Like they.
But see, I just don't know how it got reignited, and it's like nothing is publicly. This is the first public acknowledgement of. I mean, it's obvious they've said that. Nah, they're not gonna.
What about those? What about those ASAP Rocky ones?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna mention that after this as well too, because I'm trying to. It's just a bunch of us predictions. I guess it's a bit of conspiracy hip hop theories, but yeah, I feel like Pharrell tried to like squash it. And it went left from there. So like Pharrell trying to be like, reach out to Drake and be like, is there anything we can do?
For that heritage,
yeah, I think like Pharrell was like, can we try and mend that between you and Pusha? And then I felt like that was enough. Yeah, I think that was enough for Drake to be like, nah. Yeah, it's real, and I don't know who. Actually, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say that theory yet. I'll wait.
The thing for me is that if I was in that situation, bro, and I had beef with someone, and they sent, or like their boss came over to me, or like, you know, and was like, oh, hey, we want to squat. I'll be like, bro, why can't that dude come talk to me himself?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that would probably be half the disrespect.
Does it deserve a disrespect? Because, you know, like you can tell Pharrell's a guy where it's like, He just wants unity within the genre in general. It's not like a one-off scenario. Like he would have done it for anyone in regarding between any two people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like a characteristic thing. Like, I don't think Pharrell's a character to be like, why are you in the middle of this?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to allude. I don't want to allude to anything else because it's all just conspiracy. But
that's wild.
It's just very vague.
Crazy.
It's just very vague and random. And yeah, just super random.
That line's not very vague though. That is...
No. So if you go online, you can find A$AP Rocky. Recently, he performed the new track. He's actually released a new track also, but he performed the new track on his set at Rolling Loud Miami. But yeah, I'll play it through here for these two. Who do we think A$AP Rocky is talking about on this song?
They all reckon it's Travis Scott, isn't it?
Travis Scott?
Yeah, because he used to date Rihanna in like 2015. And then he took his bitch.
It's a lot, eh? Like there's a lot of...
I reckon it's Chris Brown.
Aye?
So what needs to so let's get
Chris Brown stole his flow, bro.
Did Chris Brown grow his hair out?
Yeah.
Did he? He has recently though.
Huh?
He has in recent times. He's had like...
Yeah, remember he had the braids in there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I don't think it could be him, eh?
No, I don't think so either.
So they had to have stolen the flow.
Yep.
And he had to have taken their
bitch.
Yeah. So who are the possibilities? It's just Travis Scott.
How was Rihanna dating?
Well, Drake has longer hair now.
Oh, so is that what we mean by flow? Like...
Oh, yeah. What the hell are you talking about here for?
But he said style as well.
Oh, yeah.
I need at least 10%.
Yeah, Travis.
When you check my
Travis
style,
Scott's
that's more Travis Scott than it is Drake.
So were you thinking this is about Travis Scott?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it could be both.
Yeah, it could be aiming at everyone.
But who's... Okay, yeah, like... I don't know. I guess it has to be
Maybe the
Travis
lyrics
Scott.
just worked out like that and he was like,
It's
fuck
2 for 1.
Yeah, fuck it.
2 for 1 right there. 2 for 1 special.
I'm going to cause some drama.
Yeah, well, I think, I guess it must be Travis Scott then. Do you find that there's enough parallels between them?
There might be, like seeing as he's dropped his album and shit.
I've never really heard of like people compare Travis Scott and A$AP though.
Neither. Like, not even flow-wise. I don't know anyone that's been compared to A$AP Rocky.
I mean, I've seen funny like I've seen funny like confusion of them, like in terms of appearance.
Yeah,
not like.
I mean, he definitely stole his braids. That's for sure.
Who Travis Scott stole? Yeah, Rocky's had braids forever. Well, that'd be true. But yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, just weird times with disses lately.
Why? Why, man?
There's a lot of disses. There's a lot of.
I think they're just running out of fucking shit to talk about. So
I just feel like, I don't know. These guys are doing the indirect subs like too spaced out, so it's harder to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Like,
why can't they just be direct like in the 90s?
Yeah, or like even in 2010s there was like indirect, but like you knew straight away who they were referring to. Whereas like now it's kind of like, bro, like
just rap over their beat.
Yeah, like, and I don't know. Drake, why do we have to diss Pharrell? And then it's like, why is A$AP Rocky dissing Travis Scott just now? Like, this is all brand new. Like, how long has Rocky and Rihanna been together now?
Long enough to have 2 kids, G.
Like, yeah, like, that's a long time.
God damn.
That's a long time.
I don't know if she's had her 2nd kid yet, but
true.
That's right. She was hella pregnant there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting I
hope it makes people rap.
Well, I thought I liked that snippet. I liked the preview.
It sounds fucking mad.
It sounded hard, eh?
Yeah, it does sound
like I was like, hey,
if the rest of that song sucks, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, this made me excited for some new A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually a perfect time for him to step back in.
Yeah, because I wasn't a big fan of what was this one?
Yeah, no, I agree.
The testing or something. Testing,
yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't really listen to testing properly. I know Levi's one where like he raves on about that project. I think he loves that.
Just praise project. The Lord.
Yeah, but yeah, nah, like I don't know, when was the last time you listened to Rocky Prop?
Yeah, praise the Lord.
That's song, but album, like full project.
Bro, not since way back.
Yeah, what's that one that he did?
The very first one he did. Fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think maybe Long Live ASAP or something.
And then there was the one after that.
Long Live ASAP.
No, I think Long Live ASAP was the last project I listened to of his.
The first one?
Yeah. Man.
Nah, he has one good one after that.
Bro. Nah, but I don't think I've listened to a whole project. Like I listened to songs, but
at Long Last ASAP. I liked that one. That was 2015. That was that one, and he had that massive song with Rod Stewart on it.
Rod Stewart?
Yeah. What's the song? The Every Day, and it had like him, Rod Stewart, Miguel, and Mark Ronson.
I got no idea. Bro. Yeah.
Neither, bro.
Fuck that massive ass song.
What else was on that album?
M's with Lil Wayne.
Was it LFP?
Jukebox Joints with Joe Fox and Kanye West. Lord Pretty Flucker. Yeah. LSD.
Oh, okay.
I still
Canal
play Lord
Street.
Pretty Flucker.
True.
That's crazy too.
Yeah. That was the last full project. And then I didn't listen to Testing.
Yeah.
Obviously, Praise the Lord was massive though. So everyone.
Yeah. I think it was massive because of the
crossover.
Yeah, because UK was like drill was stepping into the scene.
Yeah.
And so was grime. And then it was after that the whole grime drama that they had with the UK Awards where Kanye performed there, and he made all the grime artists come through, but like all the big ones like Skepta,
and
all those big fellas were like, no, we're not backup dancers, and then that's why Stormzy did that Find a Park, and that blew up and fucking just went crazy with
crazy. So I don't know, man. Like I think it'll be interesting. I think hearing what he's got for right now would be interesting. Whatever ASAP Rocky's got for right now. I
just want to hear some fun shit, man. Shit that made me want to just shrug my shoulders and have a little boogie.
Yeah, bro. I think ASAP Rocky. I think he's got something. I'm guessing he's got something that's really. It sounds like he's been like cultivating something for a while because he just dropped a single, and then Beats just rolled out their brand new headphones with him as like for the campaign. He directed the campaign for Beats.
True.
So yeah, like he's obviously got a lot like planned out, and I think he had a car made from like Need for Speed recently as well. So
because he was in Need for Speed, hey.
Yeah, so he's he's doing his thing. So he's obviously gearing up for something. It's not like he hasn't really been thinking this out for a while, but I guess that's all the news in regards to disses and trying to connect the dots.
Yo.
But the other thing that happened recently is Drake actually bought Tupac's crown ring. I don't know if you've seen this.
True.
Well. So it got bidded on recently. I think it was like almost. I think it was bought for like $1 million on an auction. Damn. And then it was revealed like I think Drake revealed it himself to announce that he was on Utopia on Meltdown on his story, and it was just him flashing out the Tupac ring on his hand like this.
That he's about to melt down.
He bought for $1 million, and he said crazy, man. So,
bro, I wonder if it would be crazy if he like melted down all of those.
This guy's going Thanos mode, right?
Yeah, bro, and he just like makes an infinity gauntlet, G.
Just buying everyone's jewelry and just burning it down.
I wouldn't put it past him, man. He'd do some funny shit like that.
Drake's, I don't know. Like, but it's crazy. Like, he's obviously got a silly amount of funds, and he's really,
what to do? Let's buy rappers' jewelry and melt it down.
Buying all of Pharrell's old jewelry pieces, and now Tupac. I wonder what's next. I'm sure by the time we do this next episode, there'll be a lot more Drake news because he's on tour.
Yeah, he's on tour.
So like literally, as I sat here, I seen that he brought out Meek Mill for his walkout in Philly. Because you know how he's like walking through the crowd, like every city he's going through, he's like walking through the crowd, and then
brought out J. Cole as well.
Yeah, he'll like walk out with them, and then he'll get to like the area near the stage, and then there's like 10 big name celebrities that's like within that. And I'm sure there's just going to be heaps and heaps more moments from this tour, the rollout of this album. He's like, yeah, he's kind of
Did
like.
you see the Gilly Fest?
No, I seen a little bit of highlights for it, but I heard
About his son?
yeah, I heard about his son passed away recently.
Crazy.
Hey. And yeah, obviously it's super upsetting. I seen there was a lot of people that performed at it though.
Bro, there was heaps of rappers, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. That's so sad to hear too.
Yeah,
like,
it's wretched.
And then us, especially because like Gilly and Wilder too, like
yeah,
you know, like
they're pushers of the total opposite of that.
Yeah. So, man, crazy. Honestly, like so sad, but yeah, like I think obviously it's cool to see. There's a lot going on with like tours and shows, and it's summer over there, and people are obviously really. It feels like before COVID days now. I can't even. Can I say that now?
Them motherfuckers all over in Europe and shit.
Yeah.
How you afford that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit expensive.
Like, I don't know. So it's obviously, it's exciting times. It feels like music's back for real for the first year since. So other than that, there was Post Malone dropped an album as well.
True.
Yeah. Did anyone?
I'm still yet to listen to it.
I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
And I haven't, but the weird thing is I haven't seen anyone share
Go crazy
them
about
listening to it. Or, I mean, it was the same day as Travis's release.
Yeah, I believe so. I liked his last album, man. I thought it was.
What was that one called again? Something.
I don't know, but it's the one with the butterfly and the knife.
It's so crazy we can't remember
the butterfly and the
anything.
knife. Yeah. I know the one you're talking about.
How hard is it to remember titles of songs and
but I think that's why artwork's mad like important. True. I can remember the butterfly and the knife. But yeah, I thought I thought it was pretty good, man. Like in terms of compared to his
24 Karat Pain or something. Isn't that what the album's called? 24 Karat Pain or something?
Something like that. I don't know, man. I just know the artwork. But yeah, I thought it was good compared to like his previous
it's called
projects. It's called what?
The Flying Blade. G.
The butter knife.
When blades fly.
It's 12 Karat Toothache.
That's the one.
Yeah.
How does
I doubled it. I said 24 Karat. Yeah, 12 Karat Toothache.
I don't know how that relates back to a butterfly and a knife, but that one. Yeah, I thought it was good compared to his like previous projects, man. I felt like he came out and just had a lot more freedom to do what he wanted, and it just sounded nice. Like he actually wanted to make that music,
True.
which was cool to see in him like do other interviews as well, where he was like, "Yeah, this was like the first project that I."
Yeah, because in the one before that, it was pretty average, eh?
Yeah, and he said he like
Hollywood's Bleeding.
I think so.
Just off the top of my memory. No,
I'm looking
on Spotify.
What was the one before that?
Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
Yeah,
Then
Beer Bongs,
Stony. And then there's nothing before Stony.
Yeah, well, he said he didn't want to release the previous album, but I could be wrong, but
yeah, it was like he got forced to do it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just had to.
so he said he enjoyed making this one a lot more.
True.
So you can kind of hear it, like
I mean, it's self-titled, like his actual, like his real government name, right? Austin.
is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could
Crazy.
be wrong again.
And he's
I
looking
probably
like-
shouldn't- his real name's Austin?
Yeah,
Yeah, Austin Post.
It is? Is it
Crazy.
actually?
yeah.
Yeah,
I can't trust this guy, man. I can't trust this guy. Yeah, Austin Richard Post.
this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it on the way home actually. So
Oh, well,
I'll
these two got some albums to play on the way home.
Yeah,
we'll have a review by next week.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have a proper Utopia and
bro. Speaking of Utopia, what about all this alien chat?
Yeah,
true.
Right.
I've been seeing a lot of this on social media.
What do you reckon?
Cost
Do
of
you
living,
reckon, do you
dude.
reckon aliens are real?
Is this because this is all coming up because technically they have to legally give over this information over a certain amount of time, a period of
Yeah.
time? That's what I've heard, right?
What
So
buzzes me
obviously
out-
they have to apparently 4 or 5 years.
Like if they have information that's what?
Well, just in general, they have to just give over as whatever information, not all information, but necessary information, I guess.
I don't know, man. It's just I'm not a conspiracy theorist kind of guy. I know that there's probably like life forms and shit out there, but
I mean,
but like
I've seen a lot of it, but I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm not. I'm just. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't even know if there's other planets out there, G.
Well, what do we know?
You need to go back to school, my man.
No, like I know what they taught us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I ain't seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look in the telescope.
I mean, you can get like that, eh? It can really be like that. Like it's both, eh? Like people can be.
No, well, I mean,
like there's two sides of conspiracies, eh? It's like there's whole other life forms and higher terrestrial beings, and there's like there might not even be other planet that none of that might not even exist. Yeah. So it's like it's so crazy how much the conspiracies can sway as well.
But the thing is, like, majority of the alien spottings and stuff has only been come out of America and like the UK. So I think it's like
why aren't there any aliens in South Auckland?
Yeah, well, they don't like us brothers out here.
There are some aliens in South Auckland. G.
There's some aliens out in the CBD, bro. Yeah, but it's like 90-something% of alien spottings is out of the UK and America. So
it's eat us then.
So they either don't like the rest of the world or
they hate America.
Well, them brothers are just out here trying to take over the US only. So it's like a Marvel film, really. And the world is gonna end. America.
All the superheroes are only in America.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
And the price of living is too damn high.
I think I don't care enough to care if I'm right or wrong, or if there is or isn't.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't care if there were, I'd be like, oh, nice.
Yeah, like I don't even know. Like I'm not passionate enough to say to even pick a side.
Would it change if you found out that aliens were real? Like you found this out tonight.
I don't think it
would it change your view on things.
I honestly think if I met one, I wouldn't be like. I don't think I'd come out to the world and tell everyone that it's real. I just wouldn't. It's just better not to. Yeah. It doesn't change anyone's life.
No,
really.
but would it change yours if you met an alien?
No, because I'd just be like, okay, now I know that it's real.
Yeah,
like, that's what I mean. I don't think it's like me knowing that other people in the world exist. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's equal. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like so to me, it's like, oh yeah, cool. There's another being in another place.
I'd be more,
but it wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be. You know, I don't know. These people see a UFO, and then all of a sudden they need a preacher.
I need to tell someone.
All of a sudden they spend the next 30 years doing research and trying to find Bigfoot.
We're not alone in this.
We have 4K cameras, and you're out here shooting with a potato, bro. Give me more fucking. More evidence.
That's the weird part.
You're out here drawing pictures of it,
Like, if you know for yourself, then why don't you just keep it to like. Some things you can just keep to yourself. Yeah.
Right, no one keeps anything to themselves these days, bro.
It is true, eh? It is, but
nothing is private, bro. It blows but
still they want to keep you quiet about certain subjects. It's weird. It's a weird time, bro.
Like, you know what's weird to me, bro? Is when people put stuff in their stories or whatever of strangers.
Yeah.
Like people they don't know.
Like celebrities.
In what way, though? Yeah. Is it not even funny?
Not even celebrities. Like just like random people in the world. Like,
is it for something funny though?
Like whatever. Like, yo, look at this dude. Like, you know, and it's some I'm like, bro, what?
Well, he might be acting a fool.
Yeah. Like I get there's sometimes where it's like, what? It's a hard one, eh? Like I don't know. We might need to write a rule book, eh? Like, cause like there's some ones where you see and you're like, man, I'm so glad I got to witness.
Yeah, like it's so funny.
Like, it's not. I wasn't there firsthand, but secondhand, I'm glad I got to see.
Thank you for filming really this so I could laugh.
Yeah, you know, like that lady that's like where that person's like triple and she's like, he needs some milk. That's good. You know, and we don't have that moment without someone filming. So it's like, I feel like, bro, if it's not iconic enough, you need to delete it. Yeah. Deactivate your account's deactivated for 30 days.
Yeah.
It's not iconic enough. You know what I mean? Like it needs.
The thing with like alien footage being caught is if it's too like crisp, the video, it's
more unbelievable as well.
It's visual effects.
Yeah.
If it's too shit of a video, but
it was a shadow.
Yeah. It could be a fucking
this video is
bro, I watched this video for like these people who like heard this. There was like this big flash and a bang somewhere in America, and they taking videos. They're like talking about it, rah, 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 and as they've gone outside, the person that's like narrating the video pauses it, and then it's like you can see in this circle here a hand moving across the fence like someone's hiding behind the fence. I was like, bro,
Can't even see the fence properly. Yeah, it's all
nah,
blurry
bro.
and shit.
Like,
All it
is
is-
that even a fence?
The only thing that gets people too, it's not even the facts, it's just the little piano music that they put in the background. The CIA, someone from the CIA had to admit that they recovered a
UFO?
a UFO that did have
Aliens on it.
alien species in it.
Yeah, and they even said, like, did someone specify that was not of human form or whatever?
form, yeah.
And he said, yep. And then they said, have the government spoken
Bro.
to these blah, blah, blah.
Bro,
and then
just
he
let
said,
it-
I
bro.
can't say that in public.
Bro, just let Lil Wayne do his verse and go back home, bro.
Bro,
He's a Martian,
go
bro.
home.
Spit bars.
We are not the same, I am a Martian. We are not the same, I am an alien.
That's your new thing, eh? That's your new thing.
I think if people weren't struggling financially so much, they'd give a shit about aliens, eh? But
Honestly,
fuck, people are just trying to live, man.
I don't
Rent
Facts.
is
I don't-
expensive,
bro. I don't think ET can run these days.
No,
I don't think ET can be a hit like it was once upon a time.
well, they're little nuts.
Well, like that song.
No. Like ET the movie.
Oh,
Like the ET. Like I don't think people.
oh yeah, that song's not even called E.T.
I don't think people are as interested in aliens in general.
I think they are, bro. But I just think there's a lot of other shit
But
to fucking worry about.
have you seen anyone under the age of 50 like, yo, UFOs, aliens? Like I haven't seen.
Nah,
that.
honestly,
Oh,
bro.
no, but I think that's just because, like back in the day, it was like, fuck, this is gonna get a little.
Bro, but you
controversial.
imagine, right? If someone in the 50s saw that the future was going to be like this, bro,
Yeah.
they would think we're nuts. Like, if you went back and told people, bro, if you told people 10 years ago, yo, there's going to be a virus that comes out and shuts down the whole world.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think like back in the day, a lot of people were a lot more religious as well. Like right now, people are sitting on the fence on whether they believe in religion and a higher power and stuff, and like that whole religious thing is like, we are the only beings in this universe. We are the only people here. There's only one God, and then there's us. Where a lot more people who don't believe in religion anymore are like, fuck, of course there's people like out there, you know?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
So-
Why wouldn't there be, G?
Honestly, I mean, we're talking about it. I don't know if people are deep enough for any of this anymore.
What are you talking about?
I don't think people.
Nah,
I don't think
you know what I
people
think
care,
it is, bro?
I don't think people care about what is going on anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, because...
Like that's just how I just think if we're talking broadly, like in terms of hope, I don't think there's enough people that like think on that level.
It would be
to
an
even think
interesting
about
conversation to have with kids, bro.
Like
I don't know, man.
I don't think kids.
I think whether you believe there's
I don't think
people
people
out there
really.
on-
I don't really think people believe like thinking into religion or aliens or any of that stuff anymore.
No, they don't.
Yeah, people
yeah,
just
like-
don't care about anything.
Yeah,
else.
like I don't
bro.
think people. I think people just because like the real big thing, the real big like saying now is like calling people an NPC and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, that means like everyone feels like they're the main character. So that means everyone feels like they're like they're him. Like that's the whole thing. Everyone calls themselves they're him. And like dissing people, I call them an NPC, like an unplayable character.
But even like with how much the world has changed, bro, like back in the days, right? Not even that far back, bro. Like the goal was to become an adult, buy a house, raise a family, this and that, rah, rah, rah. Whereas now, bro, people live based off experiences, bro. People don't care about whether they have a home to go back to or what.
That shit
it's like,
expensive.
yeah, but it's like
these are some
I'd
complex subjects
rather,
now.
but it's like I'd rather spend my money on
experience.
something on an experience that I can enjoy, rather than spend my money on this life that isn't really that interesting.
I don't know whether it's interesting. I think it's just more
These are complex
they
subjects.
were. It was set out for you from the start. You know, like you were to grow up, you would go to university,
Yeah,
you would
Yeah,
find someone
get a
you
job.
love, you would get a good solid job, you would settle down, you would have 2.5 kids by fucking the standards of, you know, the world, and then you would live your life like that, and that's it. Where now we have these opportunities where we can go.
Yeah, there's
And
no
it's not weird to go and travel the world. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
for the rich to go on cruises anymore. It's not. You know. So it's luxuries that we can
There's-
enjoy as
yeah.
ordinary people.
It's a double-edged sword, the way that one. because I think it's good that people get to figure out what they choose to do
I
with
think
their
that's
money.
way more important than living a life that's been set for you.
I think if but see, this is where it's like, because I was talking about it the other day, but like double-edged sword is like, obviously the standards isn't like people can choose experiences over any like financial gain, which is beautiful. I think that's amazing. Like however you choose to like live out your life is great, but the double-edged sword of like having no standards or morals is like, I think is that other culture where it's like,
where the hell does having no morals come from?
Because what you're talking about, right, for the standards of what is, not saying university and stuff, but eventually thinking I want to be an adult and I want to have a family of my own, you have to have some sort of standards to get there eventually.
Nah, you can just be a good person.
Yeah, but there's standards
you don't need
to
a
that.
family to be a good person.
Yeah, but there's standards to that. But I don't think, like I said, because there's no standards to people might not ever, like, I don't think people think how Bills is thinking, how like, oh, one day I want to have a family of my own. I don't think younger people actually like think as much like that.
Yeah, but there's many variables to that, man. Like people don't think about families because they just can't afford one.
Yeah, but that's very more specific. I'm talking vaguely. I'm talking about off what, because there's no standards.
Is, bros, people don't really care.
Yeah, well, like because there's no
they don't care that much.
Yeah,
bro?
because there's no standards. It's just like that's what I mean. Because there's no standards, it just leads to way more directions than just I just want to experience really like these amazing things. Like I might want to travel the world. I might learn these other cultures. But then when there's no standards as well, you have just people not thinking about what they want to do in general at all, or having any idea. Like it's just whatever is fed to them is what they believe, and there's no real standards that's really being fed to people.
there's gotta be some sort of solid in between, because like one extreme is like, let's say for a dude, right? He's growing up and he gets told to go uni, get a job, rah, 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 rah. Then by 22, 23, he's stuck in a life that he doesn't enjoy, bro.
Yeah.
So he regrets his whole life. Whereas you've got, on the other extreme is like, this kid grows up, can do whatever he wants, rah, 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 experience this and that, blah, 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 has lived a millionaire's life. But then you get to a certain age and you're like, damn, bro. Like, what do I have to take with me from the last 50 years that I've lived? Do you know what I mean? So it's there's got to be some sort of middle part where hopefully majority of the world sit at. Because a lot of, like, to be honest, bro, honestly, in a barbershop, bro, you talk to so many people, bro. Yeah. And heaps of young dudes that I talk to, bro, like, let's say 30 and under, majority of them don't have kids or a solid relationship or anything like that. And it's not, like, I don't take a dig at it or whatever, but a lot of the conversation that we have is mainly around them, like, just not really caring about stuff, bro. Yeah. Like, I don't care about where I'm staying. I don't care about consequences of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, whereas you'll get to some point, bro, you might get to the age of 40. It might happen to someone when they're 50. Like, it might happen when you're 30. Who knows? But you'll sit there and think, like, far out, what have I actually done in my life? And who do I get to pass on?
Yeah, you have to care. You have to care about something.
Or some people just don't really care. Like, people don't care about passing on a legacy or
stand for something or for anything, right? So you got to stand on something.
Whereas, but see, like, we have all of these, like what the bro was saying, like, all these different variables that go into the way a person thinks, whereas back in the days it was like it's either this way or this way. Do you know what I mean?
Which is bad too, but
yeah, exactly.
Like it has to be, but yeah, I think just because there's so many more variables, you just get pulled in 10 different directions.
It's a lot more difficult, bro. It's a lot more difficult to be an adult in this day and time, bro.
Yeah, like should I have 10 businesses that all these e-com gurus and like
buy my course
and like for the Forex exchange, or should I be like traveling the world? And like there's just, and then like we were talking about before, how like when like how you yourself, like you'd go out and you just want to enjoy yourself with the mates.
Join my team at the E051
guys,
Academy.
They just want to go out and they just want to like try and get with as many people as they can. And it's like this is the weird way in like how even for every like different situation, people are like pulled and twisted into so many different directions.
Bro, there's so much buying for our time right now.
Like
bro.
If I go to a festival, there's like multiple different people and multiple different reasons why people are there. Whereas like in my head, I thought people go to festival for the music. But it's like people go there to get drunk, people go there to get high, people go there to socialize people, and none of them are good or bad. But it's just like when there's so many variables to it, it leaves way more. I don't even know how he even got started into this, bro. Yeah. But it's just like,
who started this conversation about aliens?
Oh yeah, this was from Aliens.
Yes,
we can't even sort
now
out.
We're questioning life, bro.
We're talking about
see
aliens.
What the freaking aliens have done to us, G.
If I met an alien, I'd be like, bro, there's too much human stuff to deal with right now. Like,
bro, I reckon aliens do that. I reckon aliens come down here, bro. They look at humans. They're like, bro, these are way too. Yeah. Nah, I'm out.
Say you meet an alien, right? And he says,
yeah, I got the new.
Google me one thing to explain the human race. What are you Googling? Or like he says, show me one thing on Google or one thing on YouTube, and what are you showing him?
WWE.
You know what I'd show him? I'd say, look, this guy's like, we have this thing like in here, like it's currency, it's money, and if you accumulate it, it means you're really, really wealthy. And this really, really wealthy guy named Elon Musk wants to fight this really, really wealthy guy called Mark Zuckerberg, and the whole world is intrigued by it.
And I'd say that's crazy.
I'd say that's what being a human is like, and the whole world is encapsulated by this.
That's a good answer. I like that.
I'd say that's what humans are.
Damn, I was gonna say like cat videos or something.
Not even humans. Yeah. It's just
more like
I'd show them the lion.
Don't even worry about humans. Cats are
the what do you call it? The lion sleeps tonight beatbox.
Oh, that came across my TikTok the other week, bro. Holy! I hope that brother's doing well. He entertained me for fucking so many years in my life, man.
Facts.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Honestly, alien. I don't know how we got Utopia, bro. That's
Utopia,
where it came
bro.
from.
Put us in a trance.
I'm trying to figure out what this might be a broader subject. Actually, I don't even know if I want to get into it. We'll wait for next.
No, what is it?
Wait for next week.
What is it?
No, wait for next.
Just talk about it and then tune in next time.
Actually, we will, because I don't even know if it's going to be much of a debate now that I think about it. So I was just thinking to myself, right? We're surely at the point now that we can say that Drake, Cole, and Kendrick are above. No, serious. We have to be at the point where we can say that Drake, Cole, and Kendrick are above like Tupac and Biggie, right?
Bro. No lies. When you're like, I don't know if this is important or not, bro. The first thing that popped into my head was like, this dude's gonna talk about Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. I swear to God, bro. Oh, damn. Yeah, easy.
But that's would you
above
agree?
Who, sorry?
So Drake, Cole, and Kendrick, you could say that they're more like successful. Is successful the word?
You say successful or influential?
Successful is not the right word, because that's they're alive.
I mean, technically, you still could.
True.
Yeah. I'd just say they're bigger artists than Biggie and Tupac now.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's an argument.
Yeah, so
I think among hip hop fans, a lot of people.
So can we say people have the
I actually have another question. Sorry, after this,
but you know how everyone always has to have in their top 5 there was that thing, like everyone's like,
bro, every Modi, I promise you,
always Biggie and Pac always has to be in everyone's top 5.
Every Modi, right?
Bro. Otherwise, they're like, oh, what, you don't have, and it's always those two names.
Every Modi's favorite rapper is Tupac.
You can always not say Nas or all these other people, and but if there's not a Tupac or there's not a Biggie in your thing, then they start judging you.
Majority of Kiwis,
bro, if Cole, Drake, and Kendrick should what I think is they've done it for a longer period of time on the highest heights that has ever been seen in the genre, they have to be elevated above them.
Yeah.
On purely that, and then so that means there's literally only two. I mean, not for everyone. Obviously, it's all by taste as well. So Tupac and Biggie, but you can't judge someone if they don't have Tupac or Biggie in their top 5 anymore.
What do you mean can't judge someone?
Well, people be like, you don't have Tupac or Biggie in your top 5.
Oh, if they don't.
Yeah, you can't judge them if they say that they don't.
Yeah.
Is what I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't judge people, but that's me though. Like
That's us. Like, I wouldn't judge anyone
in general, because bro, when I tell people I don't really like Tupac, they're like, it's bro, they'd be less surprised if I,
Yeah. This is, I mean, this
told
is
them
real,
I was transitioning or something.
This is a real big hip hop talk.
But so because we're talking about Biggie and Tupac, the question came to my mind, and I wanted to ask it previously, but I keep forgetting. And it was, when does a rapper become an old head? Is it when they, like, when are they seen as old head artists, if you get what I mean? Like, is it when they're transitioning out of their career, or is it once they've stayed in a career for a certain amount of time?
I think it's once they've retired from, like, or been not as relevant in their career for a long amount of time.
I just think it's when a younger generation of rappers come through and...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Drake's been around for ages.
But see,
he has.
I deem old head. Yeah, I deem old. Like, are you saying old head with a bit of a negative connotation to it? It sounds like a little bit you are.
Yeah, like when do you...
Like, where they're a bit... I mean, I feel like they have to be a bit
dusty.
bitter.
You're a dusty old man.
Yeah, I feel like it feels. I feel like it has to be they've sat away from the genre or being.
I guess you have to be washed
active.
up.
Yeah, like because like you can't. I don't think you can base it off age.
When are you considered an old artist? Like, do you consider Drake and Kendrick?
Do you consider Lil Wayne an old head?
Because they've been around for 10+ years.
See, Lil Wayne to me would be an old head.
Just before.
I still think someone like Wayne can still have a really great album.
What about Hove?
Is he an old rapper? Like, do you consider him like
Nas? They old heads?
It's hard, It's a weird one.
No,
it's like,
they are old heads, bro. What are you talking about?
But see, I deem old head as like someone that has
Snoop. What's Snoop?
Yeah, Snoop and old head.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if it's age, if it's
so then who's an old head, bro? Like freaking Grandmaster Flash.
If it's purely age, it's 40 and up. If you're talking purely age, it's 40 and up. Yeah. But if it, like, to me, it's like
relevancy.
It's how they're like taking to what's current. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Wayne's doing well with what's current.
Like, how is Ho 50 years old and doing God the how?
Yeah. Like, to me, like, I think it's all like, if you still have a passion and you're still like,
bro, who is 50 and raps like that, bro? That's crazy.
Nah, it is crazy. It's crazy.
But that's like, I don't know, like
I don't deem, like, I wouldn't say, oh yeah, like Jay-Z's an old head. Like, it just is a weird phrase to me, you know? Like, I feel like,
but they're like OGs though, because people would consider them OGs.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. He just seems like a relevant artist. When you still seem like you're a relevant artist that people want to hear.
I don't know about relevant, bro.
I mean,
like, I don't even think it's like. What about Busta Rhymes? That's an old head.
I was just saying that as well. Like, he's not relevant.
Nah, but he still makes music and that his shows still go off.
Yeah, but I don't look at Busta Rhymes and be like, oh man, this guy's still trying to do it. Like that to me, that's like what old head is. Like. I don't care what anyone says. Like Jay-Z, like you can say that.
Nah, no,
might
just
not
saying.
be relevant,
like, so with the negative connotation, you don't consider them old heads.
Yeah, like
got you. No, that makes sense.
To me, old head has a negative connotation to it, where it's like we don't want to hear what you say or we don't want to hear what you make.
Yeah, it's like how DMX was when like.
I'm not gonna say that. You can say that. You can name call.
But like you
can name call people.
You know how DMX was like just a hater.
Yeah, well, I
hate his haircut.
I think it's like, it's all a feeling, right? Like you can stay as youthful in the game. It doesn't matter what age you are.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like someone like, I think whatever Jadakiss does next is relevant to whatever. Like I think I'm someone that's advocated for like to say that we need older artists in hip hop because I don't want to see like every artist die out within 5 years.
So in the Juicy Fest lineup, who would you consider old heads?
All of them.
Bone Thugs.
All of them.
Who?
All of them. Old ass motherfuckers. No,
I mean,
they are, bro. Like they all have to be our uncles.
The Juicy Fest, it's more of Juicy Fest is more legacy acts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it's got like Fabulous still makes music, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's a hard subject.
Yeah,
right?
no, it
like,
doesn't.
To me, bro, like. Yeah, like I think old head has a negative connotation to it, and it has to be.
Do you consider 50 an old head? Yeah, see, because he's a hater, but he's also.
But he's
still
also,
relevant.
but
he's relevant.
Bro, 50's been like that since the start. Like he was.
It just depends on what.
Bro, 50 wanted to be
What emotions you attach to the word old head.
Bro, but 50 can't that's in 50's characteristics. Like people in New York.
Him being a hater, he's been a hater from the jump.
50's had beef with Jay-Z, Diddy, like literally Kanye, like literally everyone.
With everyone,
so him like calling out people is not like it's not really like old head. It's just that's more his character. So I think
old head thing was like when Bone Thugs were hating on the Migos.
Yeah,
like
see, that's
like
some
Joe Budden.
That's some stuff where it's like, yeah, you need to like. It's just not right.
Oh, Joe Budden's the funniest.
That's not right. You know what I mean? Or like when Joe Budden went at Lil Yachty.
Yeah,
on Everyday Struggle.
True.
It's like it's acts like that, you like your age and however much you put out music or like, I don't think it's.
So is the old head like when you start gatekeeping? That makes you
it's when you start gatekeeping or hating on whatever's new.
That makes you an old head.
Yeah, because I think that's
like when no one else is allowed to enjoy their life.
Yeah, like when
you're there to ruin it for them.
When you have to reminisce and talk about how great your time was and your era was and how hard it was in your era and how like these guys got it easy and all this stuff is nothing.
Like how old wrestlers talk about new.
Yeah,
new
like
wrestlers.
to me that's old head stuff. Everything else. If you still have a passion to do it and you still are trying to like uplift whether you are relevant or aren't relevant, you're not an old head. You're still wanting to see the genre like outlive you. You know what I mean?
So old head is a term that has a negative
kind of to me, but that's my interpretation of it. So. But
really
I'm only one man, you know.
No, it's all right. You're gatekeeping.
My opinion may or may not be right.
It's all right. You're gatekeeping. It's cool.
What do you think, though? You think old head is a negative connotation or not?
I don't know. Like I always thought old head was just like a
age,
like calling someone an OG.
True. So it's no negative connotation.
Not to me.
Is old head negative to you? Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. See, so if that's the case, then I there's not many people that I would consider old head.
Yeah. There's like they're just washed up though. Like
washed up, angry, bitter old dudes who don't want anyone to succeed because they didn't.
Who's a current old head? Like who's just turned into an old head?
Because they don't write raps on paper anymore. Hey, like that kind of crap, bro.
Who's a recent old head off memory right now? Like just right now, like.
Bro, was it
Fuck, I don't know.
Melly Mel?
Melly Mel.
Did he say something?
Yeah. So they done like the Hip Hop 50 tribute at the Grammys.
True, so this is very recent. Yeah.
And he was standing there like with his shirt off and that being a muscly dude.
Yeah.
But then he started popping up on radio shows and that again.
Yeah.
And just talking about how much he hates like the new
music
thing of hip hop. Like,
true.
Like that kind of stuff is like
Ja Rule?
freaking.
Does that count? Man's a bit of a hater.
Who?
Ja Rule.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything recent. Is he?
Fucking.
I mean, it's all up to interpretation.
What's his name? No, the most recent one I've noticed, bro. It's not even a rapper. It's just a fucking radio host presenter. What's his name?
Not Charlemagne.
Yeah, that come, man.
I like Charlemagne.
Charlemagne's just that character. He's like a 51 as well.
He's just a fucking dickhead.
I mean, that's what he. He is there to ruffle feathers.
Bro, Charlemagne is goated, bro.
Yeah, man. I got.
Like when he told Safari his rap wasn't it, bro. That was
some of the hate's funny as fuck. Like a lot of it's unnecessary.
I mean, he has a segment called Donkey of the Day, so it's like that's the ride that you're in for.
Yeah, it's like when Shaq doing Shaq in a Fool. Like
he's there.
It's that kind of blasé.
That's the thing. Sometimes you have to like sometimes it's like it's unfortunate. Some people have that character where they can get away with being like with like being negative. Like that's their brand, is to be kind of, I guess, talk trash about this and that. So but yeah.
Joe Budden, I would beat the shit out of that kind of. If I was like Yachty or Migos, bro, I would step.
Well, everyone stood up when the Migos.
Yeah, but they weren't gonna do nothing, bro.
Yeah, hated for no reason.
I like Joe Budden. I mean, but see, that's me too. Like, I'm not it's not that I know why people don't like him. It's like the same thing with so many people. I'm like, I know why people don't like him, but I do like him. Like, you know what I mean? Like some people are just gonna be.
I don't know how all this content sucks.
Yeah,
too.
like for me, it's like I don't have to agree with everyone to like them or not like them. You know what I mean? I don't really have to agree with.
You don't like his podcast?
Nah.
I think his podcast is.
I don't like it. I don't like it as much recently.
It went
What, like
downhill,
with
bro.
all 6 of them?
Yeah, like the more recent stuff I don't enjoy as much as.
Now,
back
mind you,
then.
I haven't listened to it for like the last couple months.
It went
Yeah,
downhill after him and that, like the initial group broke
yeah,
up.
yeah. Rory and more than that.
Yeah.
And that's the same with them. I don't really listen to them as much anymore either.
Yeah, neither.
So, like for me, like I said, I don't really have to agree with everyone's or like fully like them. Like, just as long as I think they are, at least if I know they're honest. That's my main thing. Is like if I know they're being honest and truthful, even if I do or don't like it, at least I know.
You're
I'm
not
getting,
just like clout chasing.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
getting like some facade. Like what it is what it is, and when they're in there wrong, I know that I think they're wrong and they think they're right, but that's fine. Like as long as I know.
But I'll give it to him. He's honest.
Yeah.
Whether he's right or wrong.
Yeah,
is
he's honest to himself,
Yeah.
like in what he thinks, but it doesn't mean it's the truth.
somewhat
hey?
respectable. Yeah.
Yeah, but anything else you guys got to say before we wrap this up?
No.
Give us the burger joint of the week, bro.
The banger joint of the week.
The burger joint.
The burger joint of the week.
What's the best burgers you've been smacking? Lately, bro?
I only really do Burger Me because that's a place nearby me in Callanvale.
What is it called?
Like
Burger
Burger Me, but it's like a halal. Like it's all like like obviously they got like beef bacon instead. Like
What's
maple
your
beef
go-to
bacon.
burger, bro?
The one that I got is called Making My Day because it's like like obviously fake bacon. So it's like maple beef bacon. So it's like it's basically like 2 beef patties and then bacon cheese. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Maybe yourself, Bills. What's your go-to burger?
The closest burger spot to me is like Betty's Burger. Betty's Burgers.
At Westfield.
Yeah,
Sure,
in Coomera.
Yeah. I like Betty's.
What you copping from there?
I think it's called like it's either called a Betty's Deluxe or Betty's Double.
Oh yeah, I get a Betty's Deluxe, I think.
Yeah, or
It
might
has
be a
bacon on
double.
today.
But I
like
add,
smash
bro.
burgers,
They've got these mushroom patties, bro.
Yeah, they're gangster.
Those are freaking
Really?
hard, bro.
Yeah,
So I
they're
add
on,
that
bro.
to the burger, G.
They're normally
True.
like, I just get the mushroom burger when I go to Betty's.
True.
Yeah.
Bro, that mushroom patty, bro.
Betty's.
Crazy.
But what's your one, bro?
Lately I've just been keeping it quite simple because it's drive-through and I finish work late. But the double quarter pounder from Macca's.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do double quarter pounder, no pickles, add bacon.
Yes, sir.
That's my order.
That's the one.
Yeah,
There's heaps of spots that I want to try though.
I'm not a pickle. Like I wouldn't like turn back the whip if the pickles are on it. But I just don't
Stop
really.
the
I don't really like
drive-through.
rock. I don't like rock with pickles like that. But it's not a deal breaker for me.
Have you been to Broken Hearts Burger Club?
Nah, I've heard about it though.
Nah, I haven't. You have one at Vicky Point, right?
Fire?
Yeah.
True. I want to go.
Maybe we should do it.
I need to go to Grubby's too.
We've
I've
said
never been
we've
to
said
Grubby's.
we've said
Grubby's
we've
is
said
on.
we've all gonna eat together for like the past 2 years. So we should.
Bro,
probably
we've been
do it.
saying this since the jump. Yep, for our 10th episode, we'll go into.
Grubby's.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's all I
Grubby's,
got,
bro,
Grubby's.
Grubby's, let us come film an episode at your spot.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, a burger spot. Let us know if what an episode.
Bro,
is.
hard.
what I hear.
Any burger joints.
I'll be dead
Yeah,
silent,
honestly,
bro.
I'll
Yeah,
do
just
any
be.
burger place.
No.
Turn into an ASMR, bro.
Well, might have to make a series on where to find it.
Alright.
But yeah, subscribe, like, comment. More episodes coming soon. More everything coming soon.
More music, eh?
Maybe. Who
Yes,
knows?
sir.
But yeah, thanks.
See you next
Peace.